No comments sitting down, so I'll have to stand up. Regarding turf, I have a few things. Immediately after the last meeting, which was June 2nd, I presented, Dr. Adams had asked me for information regarding the current turf fields at the middle school testing process with the health concerns that we have discussed profusely in the last few meetings. I have submitted to him upon his request information regarding the limitations of such testing, as well as concerns and what exactly the information that we would get from any environmental testing for the current turf fields at this point. I also sent Dr. Adams an agency that is an environmental chemical testing agency that's pretty reputable, has been used for a lot of the research that's out there, and it's right here out in Rochester, that would receive samples and analyze them for us. I sent all that by email to all board members, copied. Everyone received it, everybody's aware of the information. Dr. Adams had also explained in his plan of action at the previous meeting on June 2nd that there would be meetings with some engineers who would possibly collect samples from our current fields and send it out as well. I'm not sure if that meeting went on. I have not received an update as to if the meeting went on or not. I sent a couple of emails requesting if it's possible that board members with the public health background or medical background be included in such meetings. I haven't heard in return. I also received a thank you for my email, but I also received an email from the board president pretty much requesting that I don't submit, I don't run any research in that area unless the board is going to basically delegate to me or someone else doing that kind of work. So we need to get very clear on when the superintendent requests help with an area where a board member is qualified to help, if that requires board vote, and if that was the case, how come we didn't take a vote when the superintendent publicly requested in the meeting prior to that I do this work, and I've done it since. So that was a concern of mine. We need to establish how we're going to do that process. The other thing that was promised at the June 2nd meeting is that we would, Dr. Adams said that in order to invite Mr. Patrick Pizzo from the East Meadow School District, that it would be the professional thing to do, or the proper thing to do, to contact his superintendent first. I'm not sure if his superintendent was contacted. I have an information because there is a superintendent change in that district that's happening on July 1st. Okay. I have that information for you in order to please initiate that contact. We really need to invite this very important speaker from a district that has had great experience with natural turf. Thank you.
Any other public comment?
Hi, I'm Melissa Hess-Gilardi. I have 2 children at Cherry Lane and one at Suffern High School. A couple of comments I just wanted to make. Number one, we are very sad to hear that we are going on to our 4th principal in 2 years at Cherry Lane with the loss of Mr. Baird. Although, obviously, we're picking good candidates because they keep being recruited out and up. So hopefully this time, the Cherry Lane PTA and parents will be included in the principal search. I know that you've already been in touch with Mrs. Gigante, who's our president, and said that she at least will be included. I'm here to offer, if you want other parents as well. I trust Ms. Gigante. She has a kindergartner, so I know she has the best interests of the school. But if you want more, we have plenty of parents who are interested. Also, I just wanted to make a comment on marketing our district. The Cherry Lane PTA this year, we did the Blue Ribbon celebration last year in the fall in place of our traditional fall festival. This year we're not doing the fall festival again, and we're planning for a spring festival. We're hoping to do it in tandem with Fairmont Day. And we're hoping to target preschools in the New York City area, work with our realtors and local businesses to have just a big fun event where people can actually get bussed in from the city, come and see some open houses, because we have so many of them in Fairmont, get to know the school and things like that. So hopefully, if there's any room in the district budget or any of the other PTA schools that want to join together to try to turn this into a bigger event of marketing Suffern schools, I'd be happy to be involved in that. And finally, I just wanted to say, on the topic of artificial turf, there was a blurb put up on the website, on the Renfrew Central website, after the vote that said that voters voted against using the capital funds to repair the Suffern Middle School fields. And I just want to make it clear, I voted against Proposition 2. I lobbied hard for everyone I know to vote against Proposition 2, not because I don't think the athletic fields need to be repaired, and not because I'm against the use of capital funds to repair that, but because I am dead set against rubber crumb. Everything I've learned says it is dangerous. At best, the jury is still out. But it is not, there's no indication that it's safe. So I'm asking you once again to please err on the side of caution when it comes to potential carcinogens in our kids and their playgrounds. Hopefully, the action plan that was laid out, I think at that meeting on the 19th, where you're looking into the different options and there will be a public presentation of those options. I would like to know where we're at with that, what the timeline is there going to be budget numbers associated with that so we can look at what it would cost to do natural grass or an organic turf or rubber crumb, whatever those are. I'd like to kind of see what the thought process is and what the breakdown and what the options are. Hopefully, I'm assuming that since there was no meeting, there's no information that now. That timeline has not been, you're not ready to do a public presentation, so I'm assuming that's not on the calendar anywhere yet. Right?
Good assumption.
That it's got to be determined. All right, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I have something to say, but I'm not going to get up. I think it is regrettable that we can't have conversations here as a board. I think it's regrettable that we can't have conversations about turf, which is a very timely issue, which we should be working hard to make a very timely issue. I think Amani brought to the table here some interesting information that I would have loved to have a conversation with her about. I think it's sad that I've asked multiple times for things to be added to the agenda and they never get added. On rare occasions, a few of them pop up after pressure from our community, which I'm thankful for. But I would have liked to have discussed Smart Schools Bond Act. Why didn't we? What was the problem in having a conversation? What is the big deal? We don't in a conversation amongst board members, we don't necessarily need to ask the administration for their input right away, but my understanding was we're supposed to, as a board, decide what we are asking the administration to spend time on researching. So can't we have that conversation in public? I really hope that in the future that we are more open to having conversations, especially about very important timely matters like turf. This needs to be addressed, and it needs to be addressed quickly, efficiently, and we need to be involved. There needs to be collaboration.
Okay, seeing none, motion to adjourn the meeting? Mr. Bollatto? No, first.